So one of the things we really wanted to try this year was taking a little lad backpacking again, and also bikepacking. Unfortunately, COVID-19 has took pay to a lot of plans that we had. Campsites are now opening, great, but they don't all have the facilities open. So I'm certainly not going to backpack with my own portable toilet. So I've still got a number of bits of items though for backpacking and bikepacking, some lightweight gear. So if you're interested in doing that with your kids, have a look at some of this. Now, we recently published an article on our website around how to pack your backpack so that it sits better on your back and the weight's in the right place, and also how to pack your child's backpack for going backpacking. We've also done another article on various different packing options if you're going on your bike, either for a day trip or longer. So again, have a look at the links to those. First up, obviously, is the backpack itself. Now, when we go backpacking, I will have a large backpack on, and a lad will have obviously a smaller day sack. When we go bikepacking, he may have nothing, or just make it really easy for him, and I'll have a small day sack, not a big backpack. I'll put most of the weight on the bike. So I'm just going to talk about a new bag that we got sent from Easy Camp. Yeah, now Easy Camp might not be a brand you associate with bags, but actually they do some pretty good bags. So you can pick things up that's a pretty good quality for a lot less than a similar sort of spec bag from some other well-known bags. So this is the Companion 30. Obviously, as from the name, it's a 30 litre bag. Again, this is sort of thing you want to watch. There's some little bit of padding on the back, but some breathability on there. Certainly if you're out hiking or cycling, you want some breathability on the back. Useful straps, so it's fully water bladder compatible within this, and that's what you sort of want for a bag with some of this. It's got side pockets for water bottles, which are great. You want to get even weight on either side of the bag, so you want two in there. But the other thing about a bladder is it keeps the weight towards your back, which makes it a lot easier to use. It makes it a lot easier to sit on your back. Doesn't make it so heavy when it's closer to your back, when the weight's closer to your back. So that's all there, and you can obviously run the tube through there. Got side pockets, some mesh for things is here. Now again, when you're cycling, you want this sat on your back. When you're hiking, you want this sat on your back, but you want it sat in such a way that it's not putting all the weight on your shoulders. So having these this hip belt is very useful, and some pockets to get things. The other thing inside here, we've got a double layer to try and keep it everything in here nice and dry. It's also on the bottom has got a rain cover built in that fits in the bag on the bottom. So that obviously is very useful in the UK. It means you don't have to carry everything else that you need, and that can just sit in the bottom there in a separate compartment so you don't get things wet. Ideally though, if you are backpacking and stuff, you do still want to put some dry bags and things in bags as well, stop them getting wet. Of course, as well, another useful thing to look at whether you're cycling or backpacking is a useful little handy pocket at the top. So you basically want to make sure your weight is in the middle of the back of the bag, closer to your back side of things. Less frequently used items at the bottom, more frequently used items, light items at the top, and having a little useful bag, like little pocket like this, makes it easier for you or whoever you're with to get in and out of the bag for you. It's also got a little clip somewhere, I think, for keys. I'm sure it has somewhere. I'm sure I saw it somewhere. Oh yeah, there we are. So it's got a little clip for keys. So that's the sort of bag you want. Certainly for your kids, if they were coming backpacking with you, they're older kids, younger kids. Again, the real small bags, we really recommend Little Life. They do some really good bags for really young kids. Again, have a look at our post on that. Obviously, you won't necessarily be backpacking with little younger kids. This is older kids and young adults, 30 litres. You can go smaller down to 20 litres if they're smaller. So that's the bag. So looking forward to giving that a go in the field. Now, of course, one of the things you want to make sure that when you're backpacking and bikepacking too is that you don't have too much weight. There's some fantastic lightweight bags and options out there, and unfortunately Robens agreed to send me some of theirs. So let's just look at some of those now. Now, when we go bikepacking, I'll probably take the tent, although you can split the tent up across you. So first I want to look at is an air mat. Now, we've only got one of these air mats. Unfortunately, our other lightweight air mats are quite large, but this is a really small one from Robens. It's called the Air Impact. Air Impact 25 to be precise, and as you can see some of the specifications on there, it is so light. What's it say? It says it's 575 grams. It is so light. This is what you want. You don't want anything too heavy, you know, sleeping mat. So I'm just going to get this out now. So there's this first sort of unboxing of it, so to speak. So as you'd expect there, now it comes with these lightweight Velcro compression straps. I'll just undo these. Big compression straps actually. Just put the bag to one side with the straps. Okay, so here's the mat, and it's always worth having a look to see how they're fit up. This is folded in half to squash it down small. Okay, tucked inside, don't lose it, is a repair kit as well, so I'll put that in the bag too. So the last thing you want when you're stuck out there is to have a punctured mat, I should say. So there you go. That's a good full width for a hiking bag. Obviously, if you're used to car camping and some of the big self-inflating mats we've got for car camping, this is much smaller and lightweight. So just looking at this valve and trying to do it so it just flaps the away. So you can push that all the way in. I don't know, you can see like that. Push that in, and it opens up. So you've got two-way flow of air. Oh, push that down a bit more. So you've got two-way flow of air, and then you pull it up to seal it again. And we'll just open it up. Oh. Now, that's not too many puffs to get that fully inflated. What I did wrong the first time is I still had the valve open a bit. It's a diaphragmatic valve, so when you blow in, it's still shut. So there you go. There's the bag. It's fairly solid. Again, it's for your hiking mat. If you're used to car camping with thick mats like the Outwell Dreamboat that we've recently reviewed, and things like the Van Gogh Shangri-La, they're really thick and comfortable. This is obviously for hiking, so it's certainly not as thick, and you might feel the ground a little bit. Although I'm pushing on this here in the middle where these little chambers are, and actually that is really quite firm. So I think obviously what I need to do is lie down and give it a test. So testing this out on the ground, and despite it being quite thin, it's really comfortable actually. However they've done it with the chambers of air here is really quite good. So I'm doing the sort of lying on the side, the hip test, because sometimes when you get the mats, that's the bit where it seems to dig into the ground and you can feel it quite a bit, hip and shoulders. But actually, lying down here, It's really comfortable actually, and I'm not really feeling the ground at all. So really looking forward to trying this mat out. It's really good. It's oh, people think I'm sunbathing in the garden now. Yeah, no, it's really good mat. So for something that packs down so small and lightweight, and still provides that amount of comfort, that is, I think, quite impressive. So definitely giving it a thumbs up so far. Obviously, dying to get out into the field and try it for real. Next up, I have 2 sleeping bags. Now, both of these sleeping bags are really lightweight and packed down really small. One for our lad is even smaller than the other, so I'll get these up here. There you go. And they're both extremely light. So these are really, I think, 2-season sleeping bags, I think, if I'm correct. Got weight 615 grams, comfort 11 degrees, so summertime bag really. Really quite small. This is the Moraine one. They do a number of other thicknesses and season ratings with some of their bags here. Now that's a man-made fibre. This one is a down bag. You can see it's slightly heavier at 780 gram. But this is rated down, I think, to 5, is it? Yep, 5 is the comfort rating on that. So this will keep you a little bit warmer, but this one is slightly lighter. And you notice a slight difference in size between these two. So we've got the Spur 250 and the Moraine one. So first of all, I'm going to get the Moraine one out. Now, of course, they come in compression bag with compression straps. Always really useful when you need to pack things down. So I'll just unclip that. Okay. So this is the first time I've got these bags out. And there you go. So that's the Moraine. Really looking forward to getting these bags a trial properly in the field. It's quite smart looking. It's fairly wide, even for a backpacking bag. Comes with a mummy hood, as you'd expect. The zip mechanism. Yep, the zip mechanism's there, and it's got a little pocket on the inside too. Baffles down the side to help keep the insulation in. Temperature ratings down there too. And come in, or the zip goes all the way down. And I notice on this one, the zip comes all the way down to your feet area. So I think you'd be able to unzip the whole bag if you wanted to, and open the whole bag out like so. And also if you need to, you've got some drying loops on it as well, and the bag out to dry. So that's a really nice lightweight bag, perfect for backpacking, perfect for all sorts of things really, backpacking and bikepacking. Toggles on the hood if you need to bring the hood in, if you need to keep the heat in. So yeah, so far that's looking really good. Just itching to get out and try this stuff for real. If it doesn't happen this year, it hopefully will happen next year. Let's all keep our fingers crossed. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that we see the back of this COVID and get on with doing things. So let's have a look at the Spur 250 now. Now this is the down bag, so it's got more insulation. Again, comes with this compression strap bag, which is always useful. In fact, there's quite a bit of gap in here. I could have squashed this back over there. I really wanted to. So you can see it can squash down quite a bit more. And I've just knocked the thingy off the end of the microphone. Some of the sound problems on the video, and just got this new microphone, so hopefully that made things a little bit better for you. Let's have a look. I'll open this up. Okay.
This one's a different colour. And we'll get this out. Right, here we go. Nicely folded. And well, you get this out, and actually that's quite a wide bag, so it should be fairly comfortable. It says 500 fil on there. Okay, as you'd expect, insulation baffles on this. Again, another view of the temperature rating. And we open it up in the inside here. Now this I can feel is a little bit more insulated with the down in there. And that goes all the way down to the bottom. Now this one doesn't open at the bottom, but it does have some drying loops, but there's no zip at the bottom. So the zip comes down here to 3/4 of the length down to the bottom of the bag. So there we go, that's the Spur 250. Again, another mummy hood, drawstrings to bring that in if it does get a bit cooler. Not bad hood actually, a bit of padding in there as well. Sometimes you can sometimes roll stuff things in there if I'm not putting it around me, and just make a bit of a pillow with that. So yeah, so far this is looking really good. So we've got the bag. We've got sleeping bags, and yeah, just really dying now to get out there and give this stuff a go. We've had terrible weather recently as well, but fortunately sun's shining again soon, so just itching to go with things now. So there you are, a few more bits and pieces for getting out and do some adventures with your kids. Certainly when we've been backpacking and even wild camping before, it's been a really great experience. So it's something different to do. If you're used to car camping and taking the family, that's great. But once they get a bit older, you can then go off and do some other types of adventures. So thank you very much for Robens and EasyCamp for sending some of this stuff. We've got a whole bunch of other items as well that we'll be taking with us, and hopefully we can get our bike packing and backpacking adventures out to you soon.